Broadcasting 24/7.
You know that is
24 hours a day, 365 days a year. 366 if it's a leap year. DTFradio.com. We never stop.
Yeah. We are back. It is the Holla Hour DTF Radio. Listen, we got our special guests in the building. We got the what?
It just sounds mad loud.
Oh, my bad. The headphones is up loud.
1 2.
Better now?
Make me deaf over here.
We got the ever so funny comedian, Shawn Harvey. Let's clap it up for him. Let's clap it up.
In the building. We here on the Holla Show. Real Holla, the lovely Lulu. We in the building. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great, Rel. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hold on, Shawn. Why are you worried about my camera? Leave my camera alone.
Because I have fans in your Facebook.
Oh
well,
yeah,
so
yeah. Let me just move the whole thing out the way. Yo, Shawn Harvey's in the building.
Yes,
Yo, we here. What's up, everybody? Feeling good. All my child support is paid, zero balance. You know, when your child support is paid and your balance is done, you got a whole different swag.
That's a fact.
Swag is crazy. So it's been a whole year now. Child support is done. Got that extra $900 in my check.
Right.
It's a good look.
You gotta celebrate.
Swag is up. It's so fellas, if you paying child support, keep paying it, man, because one day it's going to be over with if you don't die.
How many kids do you have?
Oh man, I'm a black guy. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I got 3 baby mothers and 5 kids. That's average.
Ooh, that's an average.
Yeah, but my oldest child is 32 years old. So
What?
Yeah.
You're such a liar. He's lying.
I'll be 52, man. So you know that's that swag right there. That's
Woo!
that Bronx. You know that black don't crack. You know blacks and Latinos don't really stress out over too much. It's white folks that get real crazy with the stress, and then they look like their whole face start melting. We don't melt. Like if we 3 months behind in our rent, we're gonna try to figure it out. Long as that cell phone bill is paid, we're gonna be straight.
That's a fact.
You look amazing, by the way.
Well, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying?
Look, don't get gas up, Shawn.
Nah, when you got a young lady that's like Lulu that's absolutely beautiful who say, yo, Shawn, you look great. That's a good look.
That is a good
You
look.
know what I'm saying? So
Makes you feel good.
So I feel good.
So what you gonna do? Go back home and be like, look, you see this bad chick right here? She said I look good, babe. You better.
Yeah. Oh. I wish I could talk to my lady like that. I wish I could. This is not the 60s. You know what I'm saying? But I got love. She's listening to, honey, I got love for you. I can't wait to get home. I got that Viagra pill popping for you. I'm going to give her the red one this day. I got that red Viagra. I'm going to the little bulletproof case and get that Viagra out. And we're going to watch some New Edition. And then I'm going to take that Viagra with a glass of water. And then we're gonna make crazy love. The last time me and my lady made crazy love, I pulled my hamstring muscle. It was crazy. You can't bust it up and pull a hamstring at the same time. It's great. I don't know. I used to be an athlete. I don't know if you ever pulled a muscle, but when you pull that hamstring muscle, it makes a funny sound. It go boom.
Right.
It go boom. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Last time me and my lady was like, She was like, hit that. I was like, I'm hitting, but boom. And then all this collapsed and
it was a wrap. It was over.
Yeah, when you pull that hamstring muscle, that's crazy.
So Shawn Harvey, man.
Yes, sir.
Let people know, man, how long you been doing this comedy thing, man?
I've been doing comedy since 2004. I've been doing it professionally since 2010.
Okay.
So, and I started the stand-up here in the New York area.
Okay.
I drove a comedian around. I was the dude, you know, my story is I was the dude in the barbershop. You know, dude in the barbershop always snapping, the funny dude in the barbershop?
Right.
That's me.
You was
so I come in there snapping on everybody in the barbershop. And one of the barbers was a comedian.
Okay.
And then he took me out. I used to drive him around.
Right.
And then one day he was like, yo, man, come to the spot and do some stand-up.
Right.
I didn't know nothing about it. The first night, I didn't even go.
Right.
I was scared. Second night I went, and I never forget it. I said the most famous line ever in my comedy career. I got on stage, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to say or talk about. And the crowd went crazy.
Wow.
I was like, oh, wow. And then the next time I went back, I bombed like a mother.
Right.
And then you go through that process of bombing and finding yourself and getting connections. Comedy like any other business. You got to find out your connections, find out, you got to get funny, and that's a process. And once you get funny, then it goes into the relationships, just like any other job. And then you connect the dots, and that's how you start to work.
Right.
So you're a newbie, in other words, in comedy. Now, who would you say that you would like to, that you are inspired to work with
that's
a comedian?
That's a good question, because the thing about that is, it's easy to go with the greats that we all know. But a lot of the comics that inspire me are the comics that I work with today that are not nationally known.
Which are?
But out there grinding like real heavy,
right?
And they out there in the streets,
right?
And they're funny as hell. They don't have that recognition yet,
right?
But I mean, they're known in the circuit,
right?
And they work throughout the country. And I look at those guys, and they inspire me, because the guys that are on top. And much love to the guys on top, no question about it. A lot of folks don't know that they go through the same grind that I'm going through and others are going through before they get there.
Of course.
Like Kevin Hart was out here, I'm running the same circuit as Kevin Hart did.
Right.
The same rooms, the same comedians, and then he blew up. So a lot of people are like, Kevin Hart, wow, but they never knew the grind.
Right.
Like any other job, you gotta go through that grind first, and
right.
then you get established, and then you go from there.
Got you.
So that's what comedy's about. And let me tell you something, I wouldn't recommend anybody to quit their day job to do stand-up.
Right.
You got to get to that level first before you quit your job. And if you become a full-time comedian, don't be in a relationship for those first 5 years, because that money's real light.
Oh.
And you know, when you're in a relationship, you can't have that light bread, because your lady start looking at you real crazy, because when she first met you, you funny as hell. But
right.
when you move in 2 months later, you ain't got that rent money, it ain't funny no more.
I hear you.
She looking at you real regular.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Are you okay?
That's a fact. Nah, because people don't understand, like, and that's the thing, like, a lot of these comedy venues that people see in Manhattan, or they see, a lot of times guys don't get paid.
Yeah, right.
A lot of times.
Almost 75% of the time. See, the thing with me with stand-up comedy is I'm also in the business of stand-up comedy. So I'm one of those comedians that invest my own money
right.
into my own shows. I book other comedians. I get booked myself. So there's other angles around stand-up comedy or any other business that you in where you can have a source of income. So for me, I promote shows, I produce shows, and I also provide entertainment for a resort. And I do stand-up comedy, so it becomes a stream of revenue that comes in. But you got to get to that point.
I'm a huge comedy fan.
All right.
I actually go to Gotham Comedy Center.
The Gotham, yeah.
Gotham. I've gone to Eastville Comedy Center. In
right.
fact, I have some tickets in my purse as
right.
we speak. For where is it that I went to last time in Lower East Side? But anyhow, Caroline's. I have a lot of comedian friends.
Yes.
Smokey Suarez.
Yeah, that's my man. I used to open up for Smokey Suarez. Smokey Suarez is one of the reasons why I'm standing here right now. Smokey Suarez is the type of comedian that elevated me in the game, that took me out as just being a regular dude and put me on, and then put me on these big shows. So he was the type of comedian that pushed me 2 or 3 years ahead of the others. So that helped me as well. And you talk about those mainstream clubs like the Gotham, Eastville, and Carolines and all these clubs. Well, those clubs have a different format because those are mainstream clubs. Some of those clubs, we do have an urban night, but the clubs are mostly mainstream. That's why in stand-up comedy, it's a big business on the urban side and the Latino side of comedy. Even though we don't have those venues, we set up shop in bars or we set up shops in hotel rooms or clubs, and we keep it pushing from there because it's a lot of regulation with those type of clubs that you can't get when you do your own events. That's why, as a stand-up comedian, I'm more on the urban side of stand-up than the mainstream side of the Eastville Comedy Club that she's talking about. No disrespect to those clubs, but the thing is with those clubs, it's like a waiting list you gotta get on, and there's a different type of grind where on the urban Latino side, you just set up shop.
Right.
Yo, let's go and let's get this money, and then it goes from here. It goes from that point.
Yeah. Now give us, make us laugh. Give us your funniest joke. Like, let's say right now you're on stand-up comedy right now.
Oh man.
And we are the audience, and I want to hear your best joke right now. Come on, even if you have to roost over here, Mr.
I don't really do all that because the thing is, that's like when people always say like, "Yo, make me laugh." Like
Right.
they do comedy. I'm not like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
like, no.
You gonna pay. Do you go to work for free? See, so I throw that question back at you.
Wow.
So at your job, do you work for free? No, you don't work for free, but you want me to work for free. So the whole thing is, I got these shows, bang, you go to the, buy a ticket,
can't
and
throw
then
us-
I'm gonna rock out.
You can throw us a little joke.
You understand? That is the joke. That's the joke right there.
I want you to roast
But
my
see,
friend over
No, I'm
here.
not doing that. I'm not doing. But what I'm saying is, that's what comedy is all about. Like, it's called stand-up comedy because you stand up,
Well, you're standing up.
but you got to be like a stand-up person.
Right.
So you kind of stand-up comedy is one step above the dudes in the subway,
Right.
the entertainers in the subway.
You're right.
So in saying that, with stand-up, it's more of projecting your material in front of an audience. Now, to say to you, yo, tell me a joke, can't do that. But what I will do is bring a funny sense of humor to you, and that's what I bring. Then that's going to tell the joke, because then if I do that, then you might not buy the ticket to the show.
Gotcha.
I need you to buy the ticket.
Well, see, you know what I think the confusion is?
disagree with that,
I
but-
feel like the problem is people be looking at stand-up comedians like they rappers.
Right.
Like, kick a freestyle.
Yeah, keep rap. I'm not gonna
Like,
kick.
yo, kick bars.
Yeah. Yo,
Like
1,
you-
2, guaranteed rock a party. You don't stop every time. Keep. No. That's,
But
we're not
the
gonna do
crazy
that.
thing is when I first saw you, that's where I first saw you at, was at Mocha with Smokey.
Right.
And that's the first place I saw you.
Oh, when I
And-
took you.
No, I've been at Mocha way before.
Yeah.
See, she don't know.
Yeah,
She
it's back in the
she
days.
She be thinking Lulu be thinking she's like she brings me everywhere.
Yeah,
and it's
nah.
funny too, Shawn, because we be pulling up sometime.
Yeah.
And then people be like, "Oh, Ralph, what up?" She be like, "Oh, you know him?
Yeah, nah.
Oh, you know him?"
Nah,
I'm like,
Rel-
"See, stop, see, because Lulu, I know
Stop.
she's hot. I know she thinks she hot firecracker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
You're stupid.
you know what I mean?
Now, Rel is much respected in the game, and with Cafe Mocha Lounge been there for years.
Yeah.
And I used to co-host for Smokey Suarez at Mocha Lounge for 6 years,
turn the lights on.
from 2005 to 2011. So
That was- yo,
we
it
had
was
you know,
hilarious.
the room is hilarious. And by the grace of God, that room is still there.
Yeah.
So it's every Monday. I don't co-host with Smokey no more.
No, you don't.
But you might pull up.
But I'll pull up, I was there recently, and when Smokey's not there, he'll call me and I'll host the room for him.
Now, was he there when we went?
Yeah, he was there.
Okay, he's the one that
Yeah.
you said hi to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I did.
yeah, I
did
got
listen
up there, I
to
was
you,
just
yeah.
talking,
Yeah, you was just
talking
talking.
shit.
About
'Cause,
you.
I'm a grown man, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
I
when you
remember.
talk grown man shit, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, flies over folks' head. That's
That's
why
a fact.
I don't deal with the ratchet chicks, you know what I'm saying? I deal with grown women. Ratchet chicks, beautiful titties, it's a good look. They can't cook. You understand what I'm saying? The trap music is popping.
Right.
But I don't really do the ratchet, you know what I'm saying? Too much drama. There's a crazy baby father around.
That's
I'm
a fact.
52. I'm almost 52. There's no more fighting. I got arthritis in both my knees. There's a static, I call 911. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I do a grown woman. That's what I do. Educated woman, no disrespect. I need my woman with a college
Amen.
education only because I need somebody to write some of my proposals.
But you know what happens? You know what happens with
You can have a ratchet chick write up a proposal.
You know what happens with those women? A lot of men are scared of those women, and we've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're too much for a man. Sometimes you're too scared of the grown women.
You're too much for anybody.
Nah, it's for me.
And that's a fact.
I'm gonna kick
For
your
me-
ass.
for me-
Lulu's a lot.
Nah,
Like,
for me, a grown woman is that is such a turn on. It's nothing
and
for
Lulu
me.
she could cook.
No, for me, man, a
She's
grown
grown.
No, I was
woman.
gonna bring you the rice pudding.
It doesn't matter, like
Shit.
a grown woman. The energy of a grown woman is so sexy to me.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And they know how to keep it sexy. They keep it intelligent.
Classy
They could
and
be a
sexy.
little ratchet from times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little slutty in the bedroom. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it's nothing like for me, for a woman to be with a woman like that, and I come out of my pocket, here, honey, here go $100. Go outside and get yourself something. Or you know what I'm saying? Put some gas in your car for the rest of the week, and then we go from
That's
there. So
what's up.
grown is so sexy.
Got you.
That's right.
Got you.
Ratchet.
Well, listen.
And I don't do side chicks. I don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? My side chick broke my heart, so I can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? She left me for another man. That shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That happened in 2013. That's why I love my lady, because she supported me through all of that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, through the side chick shit, my lady supported me. And what I did for her, I spent about 5 stacks on her, because when you mess up in a relationship and you want to amend the relationship, you got to spend some money.
That's a fact.
So I had to spend that money. We deleted the side chick out of our lives, and we winning right now.
That's what's up. Well, listen, don't go nowhere, because we got one more thing that we got to do with you. Right. What's going on in Lulu's Loop?
A lot is going on this weekend. On Friday, you guys have to check out the Highline Ballroom. What is that? Used to love me? Are you trying to dedicate a song to me?
No, not at all.
You're so sweet. I know Valentine's is coming up and all, but listen. I'm not gonna go on a date with you because I know you're alone and you have no dates. You don't want to spend no more $100 on another date. Anyhow, Highline Ballroom.
Yeah, it's not.
I got Kendra. First of all, Kendra already said she putting out a bid for me.
Listen, we're betting on Valentine's Day, and right now he's actually beating me. He's actually beating me because I have no bets on me. There's $100 for him to go on a date.
We're putting a bid.
See, the thing is, if a man don't have a Valentine's on Valentine's Day, that's a better look than a woman not having a Valentine's
That's a fact.
Day. You understand? Because, man, we could brush that off. You understand what I'm saying?
That's
not
easy brush.
Women, y'all like this, the self-esteem kicks in. You looking at your homegirl, that they going out with their mans and shit. They posting up those pictures on Facebook. You taking pictures of your cat. You understand what I'm saying?
You know
like,
what?
it's not a good look. So, because women are so...
I don't really care about Valentine's.
Yeah, yes you do.
No,
when you home in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, it's like, I don't have nobody. No. You know what I'm saying, Rel? That's how women are.
Because I believe, just like Mother's Day is every single day. Don't come to me once a year and try to be cute with me. It's just like Valentine's Day.
No, she's really not into the
I'm not
holiday
into Valentine's Day because listen, if you have a man, your man should treat you like it's Valentine's Day every day, or just not just because it's a special day or the government says that's the whole year.
That's all bullshit.
You treat
Let me tell you something.
Nice every day. You bring me flowers every single day. When
they have that, when a woman don't have no Valentine's, it hits them in their heart real heavy. It's not a good day or day. It's an emotional day. And then at about 7 o'clock at night, they go on Facebook and they say the stupid shit that women always do that's single on Valentine's Day. Long as I got Jesus and my babies, I don't need no Valentine's gift, hashtag chocolates, hashtag myself, hashtag cuddle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, a woman into Valentine. If you're a woman, you ain't into Valentine's Day, and you got your defenses up, there's a problem. You mad.
That's a fact.
Bad.
No, it's not.
That's a fact.
Not
you need a hug.
The 2 men are telling a woman how it is, and I'm telling you I'm a woman, and I'm telling you that's not true.
Fix your face, son.
Maybe 80%.
Fix your face.
Maybe 80% of women are like that. But I could tell you, me, and I have a couple of like maybe 2 girlfriends that they're not like, even when they have their man have asked them, their husband has asked them, what do you want to do for Valentine's? Like, babe, don't we go once a week on a date night? Like, why are you gonna? Well,
listen, this is sounding like,
you know what I'm saying. So it's not really necessary.
Lulu had a bad Valentine's experience back in the day, and that
brings us what we about to get into. It's our last segment before we get up out of here. Now, Shawn Harvey, this is the make you want to holler segment. One thing that makes you want to holler, it could be good, it could be bad, a pet peeve, something that happened a year ago, something that happened recently. Whatever, just one thing that makes you want to holler. We're going to go first so you see how it goes.
Okay.
Oh, make me wanna holler the way they do my life. Yeah. Make me wanna holler the way they do my life.
All right.
Yeah. It's about time for that make you want to holler. So listen, one thing that makes me want to holler. My nephew makes me want to holler, man. I love that little guy, man.
My nephew,
cute, my nephew, it was his birthday, and it was his birthday this past Thursday. And one of the main things, like I told my sister I'd pick him up, and my sister called me like, your nephew, don't forget nothing. He was like, Uncle is gonna pick me up, so I got to be ready. And
Right.
he be ready for me. I love this little guy. He makes me want to holler. Always joy having him around me. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing, I think he uses me for my Netflix because he got his own little profile
Right.
on Netflix. And he's like, Uncle, can you put on the Netflix? Can you put on the Netflix in the room? And he'll go right in there. I'll turn on the TV. He'll take the PlayStation, put the Netflix right on. He know right where to go. He got it. So that's who makes me want to holler, my nephew, man. Shout out to my little homie, my nephew. What makes you want to holler this week, Lulu? You look lost. You look lost.
Listen, I've been through hell today just to get here. So listen, I took like 2 trains. I took
think
a bus,
every time it
I took
rains,
an
that's a bad
Uber.
day for you.
Everything. It's not the day. It's not the day. Actually,
that's what makes you wanna holler,
That's what
MTA?
makes me want to holler is actually the freaking Ubers. Why can't we get Ubers that speak proper English? My God,
It's just
listen.
like the taxis, though.
It's
Taxis.
then you put in GPS where to pick you up, and apparently you have to type it because it gets another another address, which is like 3 blocks away.
There was frustration
and
in
it's
that.
like, and it's
Frustration.
crazy because then they call you and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Sir, why are you screaming? Why are you screaming? Like, I don't
Right.
understand why you're screaming, and I
Right.
can't even understand what you're telling me." So I had to call another Uber. So what makes me want to holler is the damn Ubers. Can we get some English-speaking Ubers up in here, please?
I feel like because a lot of American people feel like doing Uber is beneath them. Like because they feel like you're being a cab driver. So that's just my opinion. If you look at how many people just drive cabs, period, it's always foreigners. Foreigners are the first ones to go out there. They have no problem getting that TLC license and going out there and driving. And I feel like a lot of our people, a lot of American people look at it like it's beneath. But I know Uber drivers that make $400 and something a day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I might become an Uber driver real quick.
So, Mr.
Yeah.
Shawn Harvey,
Yeah.
before you get up out of here,
Yeah.
give us one thing that makes you want to holler.
You know what really makes me really want to holler, and it's a good thing I need to talk about this. For the last 2 occasions, I seen my lady without her weave. Crazy. I'm talking about the naps is crazy. The one antenna braid. I didn't mean to see my lady without the wave. I bust into the bathroom. I didn't know she was there. Horrific scene. You know what I'm saying? 2 braids going in different directions, looking like buckwheat. It was no sexy there. I didn't speak to her for 2 weeks. It was horrible. That makes me holler. Seeing my honey, she listening. I love you to death. You already know what it is. Seeing my lady without that weave, holler.
I think Steve is gonna need a place to sleep tonight.
Oh, that's Shawn. Matter of fact, that's Shawn. Honey, I love you to death. That's Shawn, by the way. Honey, I love you to death.
Shawn.
But that's why when ladies change their weave and all, it's a whole day. There's a whole thing. They gotta take her. She like, listen, I gotta go. She preps me. I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna go get my hair done.
Right.
You cannot be around for the next 12 hours. When you come back, it's gonna be a better look. You understand what I'm saying? But seeing her twice, we've been together for 4 years.
Scared you.
Twice. I almost cut her off the first time. I was like, bitch, it's over.
No, he didn't.
Yo,
No, he didn't.
listen.
Yo.
Shawn Harvey, tell them where everybody can find you at before we get up out of here.
Instagram, Hard Funny. Facebook, Comedian Shawn Harvey. Facebook, Shawn Harvey. That's SHAWN. I do a big show in the Poconos every Saturday night. And you also can hear me on Digi Music Entertainment Saturdays, every Saturday on 103.9 WNBM New York, home of Tom Joyner and DL Hughley. So that's every Saturday, 103.9. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
You already know, man. We want to thank you for coming, man.
No, I thank you. I thank you, Real Holla, the lovely Lulu in the building, man. I truly appreciate y'all. Please support that Holla Hour music. And remember, I got love for this station right here because we've been doing internet radio before we went on to the 103.9 at this location, but we also was doing the show at the previous location.
Right.
In in Bushwick, I believe. Right. So this station came over here a few years back, but we've been involved with DTF Radio for over 4 years. So much love to DTF Radio.
Yeah.
Much love to the station, Holla Hour, Lulu, and every other entertainment company that comes up in here. And the difference between doing this radio here on the internet and doing the radio in the New York market is you can't smoke weed and drink in the radio station. You can't. You just cannot do that. This is in an office building with a security guard. One Penn Plaza. You know what I'm saying? All that turn up is not gonna happen. They will throw you out of there and ban you from the spot.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yo, we out of here to Holla Hour. Make sure you tune in next week. We got Ray DeJean in the building next week. So that's gonna be lit. Yeah. You already know.
And ladies, keep those weaves tight.
Keep them tight.
Keep those weaves tight.
Listen, we out of here. Holla Hour. Your boy Rel Holla. Lulu. See y'all next week. Yell at me.
Broadcasting 24/7. You know that is 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. 366 if it's a leap year.